Did he hurt himself? What happened? What did I do to his head? Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm so excited to share this information with you guys. So many people ask questions about what's on Hudson's head. Did he hurt himself? What happened? What did I do to his head? All types of questions I get all the time. So I'm so excited to answer all these questions for you guys and share a little bit more about what's on his head and all the information about it. So keep watching. Make sure you click the subscribe button and like this video for me. I would appreciate that so much. So to start off, it's called an infantile hemangioma. It's slang for like a strawberry mark is what a lot of people call it. So it's similar to a birthmark, but it usually won't stay on their whole life, and it's not there when they're born, as a lot of people question too, like, oh, I didn't see that when he was born, or that wasn't there when you took pictures of him when he was born. So I get it. I totally understand, because I'd probably be curious too, but I do know a lot of people are curious and don't ask questions. So I'm so excited to share this video with everyone and answer all the questions that you have that you're not asking, because I know there's a lot of you out there. So to start off, only 12% of babies get this, which is kind of crazy. So it's like a very low number. It's a very low chance. My star is super crooked. Need to take down my tree anyways. But anyways, so yeah, only 12% of babies get that. So Hudson is in the 12% of babies that get a strawberry mark or an infantile hemangioma. Basically what it is it's a nodule of blood cells. So it's like basically a bump full of like capillaries. And it looks like it's kind of like a rubbery surface. Some babies have them where they're like 3D, so they're like off of the skin. They kind of look like a welt or a bump, which is like Hudson's. His is like off the surface. It's like expanded a little bit. Some babies aren't expanded at all. They're just like on the skin of the surface of the baby's head or anywhere on the body. Which leads me to my next question. Can they be anywhere on the body? And yes, they can. A lot of babies get them down their whole arm, on their back, on their stomach, legs. Hudson's just happens to be right on his forehead, which is totally okay. I love it. It makes him unique. So what is it caused by? Sorry, I have notes right here. That's why I keep looking down. But what is it caused by? Right now, scientifically, they have no findings. So like they have no idea exactly where it comes from and why it's created, why it's formed. They don't know. But there has been studies that they are genetically found, I guess. So like somewhere in the parents' families have had them, which Josh's cousin supposedly had them when he was a baby. So that explains a little bit why Hudson has them, because it's what is it called? What is it called? His father's family, I can't think of the name, but his father's family has had them. So it is in his genes. How can it be treated? A lot of people ask, like, why don't I get it removed? Why am I not treating it in some type of way? Can I get it surgically removed? Blah, blah, blah. So there is a couple treatments. So I can either give him for like oral treatment. There's steroids, which I'm not really comfortable giving him steroids because they have bad side effects, as well as the cream. So there's cream that you can put on it that slowly makes it smaller and decreases it in color and size, which I'm also not comfortable with using that method either, because it makes the heart rate of the baby go up a lot, which is extremely concerning, and I wouldn't want to be worried about that all the time. And then more intensive treatment is surgery and laser removal. Laser removal I would look into in the future if it doesn't go away, because that's the one that has the least amount of side effects and like negative results or whatever. But surgery I would never do, just because I know laser's kind of similar to surgery, but the surgery is more extensive, one of those two. They have to like actually like go inside and like take it out from like the root of it, kind of. So it makes a more big of a scar, which I don't want him to have a huge scar if he doesn't have to, which leads me to my next question: will it go away? So as of right now, it's proven to go away by the age of 2. So they say that it starts at around 4 weeks, before, like between 3 and 4 weeks of age is when it begins to appear, which I'm going to insert a picture here showing Hudson's when we first seen it. We actually thought he like hit himself in the head with a toy or bumped his head on something without us knowing. So here's a picture of it when it first appeared. And then, so that was around, I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks. And then it rapidly grows. So I'm just going to keep inserting pictures here of it growing. It rapidly grows all the way until about 8 months, I think. 8 months is usually when it like slows down, it gradually slows down, and it stops growing as rapidly. And then it starts to, it's supposed to stay at like a standstill until they say about 16 months of age. So it'll stay around the same size. It might grow or decrease in size a little, but it generally stays the same size. So Hudson's has been like kind of at a standstill. So recently it's been around the same size. He's sleeping right now, or I would show you exactly what his looks like right now. But they say that by the age of 2, it should be almost gone, to where it's not like Hudson's won't be a bump anymore. Hopefully it won't be as red, but he will have showings of it throughout his entire life. So a lot of people say like when their babies get mad or are crying or upset, it usually gets a little more red to where it's more noticeable. But if it's just a regular day, regular time, then it won't even look like it's there. So hopefully that's the case. I'm really hoping that his just goes away on its own, so we don't have to worry and be concerned about different treatments. Hopefully it goes away sooner than later, but I do love it there. I think it's cool and interesting. A lot of people do think that like he fell out of his car seat or something crazy, which is not the case. I promise that I didn't drop my kid out of his car seat. No, and it's not a bump on his head from an injury, because it wouldn't have been there for like 4 months now. It's just strawberry mark. But anyways, another huge question is, are they dangerous? And no, they're not dangerous. There are some side effects from having them, which I can't even remember because they're so minor. But there are some side effects, which I'm not super concerned about, but I know that I know one of them is like if he ever bumps his head there or hits it with a toy or anything like that, it can bleed, and it will bleed more than like if he just hit his head on like his regular skin, because it's basically a nodule of blood cells. So there's like, it's like if you like got a bloody nose or like injured like your lip or something, it bleeds more than like if you just scraped your elbow. So that's the only like huge concern I have about it, is just making sure, since he is a boy, like he's gonna bump his head and stuff. So I just want to make sure that, try to avoid, I guess, him from hitting his strawberry mark, because that would freak me out if he just was like bleeding uncontrollably on his head. But and then one more question I did want to cover is like the whole scar thing, which I kind of mentioned before, like will it leave a scar? And it won't leave a scar unless you like surgically remove it, or like I think the laser treatment might leave a small scar as well. But basically the surgery is like the most main thing that will leave a scar, which I'm trying to avoid from happening. I really, really, really don't want to have to use any of the treatment methods. I hope that nature just takes it away and it goes away on its own. Because I do not want it to be there the rest of his life. I feel like that would kind of be like crappy. And especially if there are treatment methods like the laser treatment, I would definitely want to treat it in the long run if it doesn't end up going away. but fingers crossed that it does go away, because it would just be easier that way. But you know what? Life never gives you the easiest route, so we'll never know until we get there. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I am gonna leave like a small clip of his progression of his strawberry mark at the end of this video, just to show you guys exactly like where it started and how big it grew and how fast. I will leave the dates and stuff and his ages on the pictures as well, just to show you guys the progression of it. I also will be updating you guys further down the line to see where it is and where it has came to, what it looks like in the future. So please like this video, subscribe, leave a comment below if you guys can relate to this, or if your children have something like this. Maybe if you have some advice for me, anything like that, just leave it down below, because I'd love to relate to you guys in any way. I think it'd be awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.